G'day gang, GameolioDan here, how you going? Back in the Elder Scrolls Online Elsweyr, the Elsweyr expansion, and we're right in front of Cadwell as he's showing off his football skills with a pumpkin. Cadwell, what's happening, dude?
If we've had this conversation already, then I wanted to thank you for the useful advice, but if I haven't seen you since our talk at that mysterious gravestone, which seems much more likely, then I could really use your help.
I just got back, Cadwell. Tell me what's wrong.
Did I mention the dreams? Visions, really? They come and go without warning, like seeing through someone else's eyes. Quite disconcerting in an interesting sort of way. Anyway, my trusty shovel and I, we searched that entire grave, and it was gone.
Gone? What was gone?
The betrayer's head, the dreams, the visions, they drew me there, but someone got to it before I did. I have the strangest sensation in the pit of my tummy. It could be the cobweb porridge I had for breakfast, or something bad is about to happen.
Cobweb porridge? You think the betrayer's head has something to do with the dragons?
Well, that's sort of like leaping from the cliffs of failure without a rope, or at least without tying the end off first. I can't tell you how many times I've made that mistake. Oh, Abner wants to see you. He's in the town hall with the cat general.
I'll go find Abner Thun. You keep that up there, Cadwell. Abs?
At this point, we need to come up with a plan that takes into account Euraxians, necromancers, and dragons. I proposed a few options, but Gareshri wasn't sold on any of them. Tell me, what of Chimera and the source of the undead?
Chimera and I killed the necromancers in the mountain, but Euraxia has an army of them.
You paint a troubling picture, my friend. Still, we need to celebrate every victory we achieve. I fear such triumphs will be few and far between. Do you have anything else to report?
I spoke to the dragon Mulamnir. He said that Euraxia was their puppet. He told us to leave Elsweyr.
My half-sister likes to think that she's in charge. She won't take kindly to being called a puppet. As for leaving Elsweyr, I think not. Obviously, this Mulamnir fears us. Otherwise, the dragon wouldn't have deigned to talk to you.
Have you spoken to Cadwell? He's worried about that disturbed grave where you sent me to meet him.
Every conversation I have with Cadwell makes my head throb, but one mystery at a time, if you please. Now, if only I could get my half-sister to listen to reason and see that the dragons are using her.
Why not try that? Let's go talk to your half-sister in Rimmen.
A parley? I may not like her, but we are family. Besides, it would give the Khajiiti time to regroup. You're beginning to think like a Tharn, my friend. Here, take this. Gareshri gave it to me, but I refuse to accept payment for my services. A parley with Euraxia is a capital idea. I'll send word to Rimmen to expect us. I imagine my half-sister will treat us as befits my station and agree to the meeting. Attend to any other matters if you must, then see me when you're ready to leave.
We should come up with a plan for negotiating with Euraxia.
It just so happens I already have one. It involves distracting my half-sister with wit, charm, and words she barely comprehends. Oh, and you. Euraxia never could resist a pretty face. You'll pretend to be my bodyguard and personal valet.
You want me to be your valet?
Consider it obfuscation to hide your true purpose. We don't want to give Euraxia a reason to react poorly to overtures of reconciliation. Not that I expect to reach an accord, but still. Meet me in Rimmen and we'll enter the palace together.
Alright, I'll meet you in Rimmen.
Go on. I'm capable of traveling to Rimmen on my own. We'll meet up at the city gates and go to the palace from there. I'm relatively certain Euraxia will honor the parley, but be prepared for anything. She's still a Tharn, after all.
Okay. Captain Nalado? Anything to add?
This one hates the idea of talking to the usurper queen. We should be stabbing her in the neck. Still, Nalado sees the necessity, even if she doesn't like it. Euraxia will almost certainly betray you, so be careful when you face her, yes?
How did Euraxia become Queen of Rimmon?
By marching into Elsweyr with a mercenary army and slaughtering our rightful Khajiiti rulers. Not only did the usurper slay our king and queen, she murdered the rest of the royal family. Her crimes, they swarm around her like flesh flies on dung.
A parley with the usurper queen. I doubt she'll agree to any sort of diplomatic solution. But it will buy us time to replenish our resources. Very well. Take Tharn and meet with Euraxia. In the meantime, we will rebuild what remains of the militia.
Why do you refer to Euraxia as the usurper queen?
She marched into Anequina with a mercenary army and conquered Rimmon. Her forces killed the royal family, and she illegally proclaimed herself queen. That makes her a usurper. I pray I live to see her pay for her crimes.
Okay. I don't know why we had the same option for both of them. Anyway, I will catch you there, Abnathan. It looks like there's a few quests outside, so we might get a little bit distracted before we get over there. To Lord Garashri, Speaker of the Main, from Chimera, agent of the Speaker. We know that the usurper queen employs necromancers and dark sorcery and has done so from the beginning of her reign. In recent months, however, the number of necromancers supporting her forces have increased dramatically. It all comes back to one source, the dark mage in Euraxia's chief necromancer, Zumog Foom. Zumog Foom, the self-proclaimed Lord of the Dark Arts, reportedly hails from the northernmost climes in Hrothgar. Maddeningly few facts concern this orc necromancer can be gleaned from his early life, though superstitions are plentiful. We know that the wilds of Hrothgar are unforgiving, and life among the orc strongholds is often harsh, bleak, and brutal. Still, we know that these orcs, who not only survive but flourish, resemble a well-made sword that has been forged, beaten, and sharpened to a razor's edge. The first real evidence of his existence prior to Anequina appears in intelligence reports investigating the activities of the worm cult during the Plain Meld Crisis. While details remain slim, Zumog Foom's name appears as a ranking member of the cult and hints at our close connection to Manimarco, leader of the Order of the Black Worm. However, we know that he was active here in Rimmon shortly after the Frostfall coup, so he probably did not have a direct hand in the cult's activities during the Plain Meld. Euraxia either specifically recruited Zumog Foom, or was approached by the orc after she claimed the throne of Rimmon. He had a small group of followers at first, lesser necromancers that formed the basis of his personal dark cult. The Northern Elsweyr Defense Force occasionally faced a lone zombie or a small group of skeletons, but for the most part, the necromancers have served little more than a supporting role in Euraxia's army. I fear that may be about to change. Since the end of the Plain Meld and the apparent disbanding of the Worm Cult, a great number of necromancers have flocked to the Usurper Queen's banner to learn from the cruel yet charismatic Zumog Foom. The few sorcerers that we have captured demonstrate an almost manic reverence for their orc leader, regaling us with tales of his dark powers and threats of what he and Euraxia will do once Elsweyr is totally under their control. They revealed few actionable details, while still providing hints about what Zumog Foom is doing in his hidden lairs and undead forges. My goodness, this thing's long. We got one more page, right? Their turn, not mine. If the rumors are to be believed, Zumog Foom and his acolytes have established manufactories away from prying eyes where they can perform rituals, conduct experiments, and raise an army of undead soldiers to bolster Euraxia's mercenary forces. We have yet to see the products of these vile places, but we have discovered evidence of grave robbing throughout the region, especially around Ashenscar and other mass graves from the worst period of the Kahaten flu outbreak. I think is that an N? Nahaten flu outbreak. Speaker, we must find a means for dealing with Zumog Foom and his followers before they provide Euraxia with an unlimited supply of soldiers. The defense force cannot repel an army that does not tire and can be ceaselessly replenished. Our best chance is to locate the undead forges and destroy them before they can be turned up to full capacity. And if we can kill Zumogfum, so much the better. And now we know all about the necromancers. Right, so what do we got out here? A few quests over here.
Greetings, Walker. Have you a moment to speak?
Do you hunger for knowledge? The Mages Guild seeks only the most talented, smartest, and skilled for its ranks. Do you have what it takes? Seek out Kurin Yur at the Mages Guild. I should find Kurin Yur at the Mages Guild. I imagine this is somewhere else. Mizzik
A crowded
Thunderboots.
marketplace. A chance meeting. Unexpected, unannounced. And perhaps just the thing this one needs to solve a most curious investigation. Mizzik Thunderboots, at your service.
Greetings. You mentioned an investigation?
An abduction, to be precise. No ransom, no demands, no obvious suspects or motives. Just a heartbroken father and a missing young lady. But that is why Mizzik was hired, yes? He steps in when all other justice fails.
So you've been hired to find someone?
Correct. This one searches for Zinthia, daughter of Ishu. However, Mizzik's inquiries have led to nothing but dead ends. And with a young lady's safety on the line, the sooner this investigation is solved, the better.
Mizzik, I don't mean to alarm you, but there is a massive cat walking behind you. My goodness, look at that thing. You only come up to its legs. But I can help you with your investigation.
A chance meeting turned fated partnership. Fortuitous for this one, yes? You should speak to Ishu first. See if he has any new information for us. His house is just south of the marketplace. Can't miss it.
Okay. Well, there's other quests, but I suppose we should focus on this one. One at a time, eh? Let's go have a look. Issue?
Are you here about this one, Zinthia? Has she been found?
I'm working with Mizzik to find your daughter. Any details you can share would help.
Yes, of course. Zinthia was taken in the dead of night. This one has received no ransom, yet he fears the worst. She is a very beautiful Khajiiti, you see. Ishu believes that the captors may mean to sell her.
Does she have any identifying features?
Zinthia has a long, glossy coat, soft as the richest of silks. Her eyes are bright yellow, like the honeyed moons. And she always wears a gold necklace.
And there's no one you suspect? Or perhaps someone who may have seen what happened?
No suspects, no, but someone who may have spotted something? There is a wood elf who tends to stay up well into the night, always singing and dancing, that one. If anyone saw something unusual the night Zinthia was taken, it might be her.
Alright, I'll try talking to this singing wood elf.
The wood elf's name is Mel? Yes, that's it. Mel the Musical, she always calls herself. You can usually find her toward the north end of town near the Sand Gardens. Ishu will pray for your swift success.
Barry! Bazzy, get down. It's not eating time, mate. Okay. Search for Mel the Musical. That is a massive cat. That is like Barry. Like, I'm tall. But look at this guy. Dude.
Euraxia must be stopped at all costs. And trust this one, there will be cost. That is why Jabanluk helps any way he can. No task is too small when there is so much to do. But when the battle comes, Ye will fight tooth and claw.
Alright, big boy. You keep going. Keep going about your business. Oh, what? We can't make that jump? Come on.
Another distraction.
There we go.
Well, what do you know? A customer.
What's happening, Mel? What are you doing in the water?
Salutations. Mel the Musical at your service. Are you here for a performance?
I'm actually investigating the abduction of Ishu's daughter.
Ishu? The Khajiit with all the cats? That old coot is sweet as honey jagger, but a bit off if you ask me. Shame about his daughter, though. No one should have to go through that.
Do you know anything that might help the investigation?
If you're looking for trouble, Tajiri's your girl. I've seen her with all sorts of indecent folk lately. Always shifty eyes on those ones, I tell you. She tends to spend a lot of time behind the stables lately, if you catch my drift.
I'll head to the stables next then.
Very good then. And hey, if you're looking for some entertainment for your next soiree, make sure to seek me out. You won't regret it.
Alrighty. Are you a water dancer?
Inuma once lived in Star Haven, a beautiful adeptorium with many wonderful adepts. But a dragon came and attacked our home, leaving much to rebuild and no comfort to be found.
Why have you come to Riverhold?
There was nothing left for this one in Star Haven. His quarters were destroyed along with all of his possessions. Inuma has nothing to his name but his faith. Still, he could have stayed to help rebuild, that is true.
Why didn't you help rebuild?
Too many sad memories. This one could not bear to stay, not after so much of his home was destroyed and so many of his friends were lost. Still, he will do what he can to help those in Riverhold.
Very well. Very well and very good. To the stables. Hang on a second, there's something glowing over there.
So much to do, so little time.
Just a note. Seems our old badger friend is napping again. Maybe we should pay him a visit. The trip could prove sweeter than you'd think. Tea.
Saw you heading this way. Find anything of interest?
Mizzik Thunderboots? I actually have.
Oh, the stables, Developed a sudden interest in horsemanship, Walker?
I found this hidden note. I suspect the gambler Tajiri wrote it.
Oh, looks to be a code. A napping badger, eh? Sounds familiar. Ah, yes. The sleeping badger is a rock formation just south of Riverhold. But this bit about the sweet trip, that Mizzik doesn't understand.
Could be worth investigating this rock formation, at the very least.
Mizzik will mark it on your map, Walker. Feel free to lead the way. And perhaps this is a good time to mention that this one is not so skilled in violent situations, should trouble find us. But that is where your expertise comes in handy, yes?
Got it. Let's head to the Sleeping Badger rock formation. Coming along? Oh, he's running along. Good. If I mount up, will you mount up too? No. Okay. He's fast. He's a fast runner, that cool cat. Cool cat in the black. There's a bunch of rock formations over here. Similar to the ones that Abner Than was kind of looking at.
Dark wounds.
Oh! Search a crate. Bottle of skooma. This highly addictive narcotic is illegal in most of Tamriel.
Skooma. These vagrants must be smugglers.
Something else over here. A small necklace for a rather dainty throat.
That necklace must belong to Cynthia. Come, let us speak away from this place. A missing daughter, a hidden note, and now a band of skooma smugglers. This investigation becomes messier with every step we take.
What would smugglers want with Issue?
This one is unsure, though it is possible Issue may be hiding something. Still, our priority should be to investigate the gambler who wrote that note. Tajiri was her name, yes? That does ring a bell or two.
Where should we search?
If Tajiri is a gambler, it is likely we can find her at a local tavern. Mizzik will head there at once and see what he can dig up. Meet this one at the Banished Regrets Inn.
Alright, I'll meet you there. Banished Regrets. If my experience scroll is still active or not. No, it is not. Got a Gold Coast experience scroll. Got 8 of these. Let's just use them up. Although I probably should save them when I go into delves or something, right? Might be a better time to activate it.
You and I need to speak now.
Redeza?
I must admit, you and Thunderboots make quite the charming pair. And watching you both play at being investigator, why, it's been sleek entertainment, truly. But now you tread upon sand that are best left undisturbed.
Is that a threat?
Take it as a friendly warning. I hear that you seek Issue's daughter, yes? I find that very funny. After all, everyone in Riverhold knows that she left town many years ago.
Years? Issue said it was only a few days past.
Then Issue has become senile in his old age. I speak truthfully. He had one daughter and she is gone. Has been gone for many years. Tell this to your partner and drop your investigation. Now.
I'll tell Mizzik what you said. Oh, she just Batmaned out of there. Drop the smoke and ninja vanish.
Bright moons look over us today, Walker. Tajiri has just settled down for a round of gambling. While Mizzik distracts her, you can sneak into her home and search for another clue. It's just a bit north of the tavern.
Before we do that, a stranger spoke to me. She said Issue's daughter left town years ago.
Forgive this one if he's skeptical. Even if this stranger spoke truly, why then would Issue hire Mizzik? Why would Tajiri have written that note? Why would we find a gold necklace in the smuggler's camp?
I'm not sure. She also wants us to stop investigating.
Then perhaps this stranger simply wishes to confuse us. Throw us off the scent. Besides, we cannot stop now. Not when an innocent young lady may still be at risk. Let us investigate Tajiri before she retires for the night.
Alright, I'll head to Tajiri's home and search for clues. Mizzik Thunderboots, get your Thunderboots out of the way. Thank you. House is over here. Oh. Come on.
Tajiri, is that you? We need more groceries for the house. There's barely anything to eat. And would it kill you to tidy up our room once in a while? The upstairs?
Let's go, let's go. Shh. Still hidden, good. What a sneaking around today, eh? Nobody else here? Good. What's this here? Hidden panel. Tajiri, blue serpent slithers next to the woods. Four-pointed paint shows the goods. They do not glitter, but mark the way. They're prepared to leave town today. Ah. Talk to Mizzik. Sneaky, sneaky. Out we go. Poor lady hasn't got a clue. There's like 4 or 5 people just sneaking past. Thunderboots.
Over here. This one hopes you have found something of interest, Walker. Mizzik cannot afford to keep Tajiri distracted any longer. And he means that most literally.
I found another note. This one has a poem written on it.
Blue serpents? 4-pointed paint? If Mizzik had to guess, this poem describes drop-off locations for illicit goods. Smugglers often hide them in plain sight. First a sleeping badger, now a blue serpent. Must represent another landmark.
Perhaps the nearby river is the Blue Serpent.
That's it. The river is often busy with trade. A perfect place to smuggle goods. Let us search along the river and see if we find any barrels or crates with markings. Hopefully we'll find something that will lead us to Zinthia.
Alright.
Mizzik will admit this case is heading in a rather unexpected direction, which is a bit worrisome if he's being honest.
Why would smugglers target Issue?
It is strange, isn't it? With an operation as intricate as this, it seems odd that these smugglers would target a Khajiit of such limited wealth.
Perhaps we should speak to Issue again.
This one agrees, but let us first check these smuggler caches. The note said that the goods were leaving town today, yes? That could include Zinthia.
It's not too far away, just over there. Good. First one's over here.
That painted mark seems curious, no?
Somerset wine. While technically legal, sizable exportation taxes lead to this wine being often smuggled.
Somerset wine, eh? Not illegal, but incredibly taxed. Mizzik has a feeling this bottle didn't find its way to Riverhold through virtuous means. Oh dear. Mizzik is all right.
Because Mizzik had to cross over water. This rare delicacy is known for its pungent scent and sour flavor. A bit of mammoth cheese.
Oh, if that could that be the painted mark we seek?
Yeah, it was.
Mizzik sees a painted mark ahead.
Oh, okay, right. Mizzik's kind of focused on that now. That's a glowing red mount. I think that's what we had in Somerset, isn't it?
Could that be the painted mark we seek?
Hang in, Mizzik. Hang in there, Mizzik. It'll be alright.
Mizzik needs... That painted mark seems curious, no?
Silken scarf. A pretty silken scarf, such as the one a young lady might wear.
A very pretty scarf for smugglers to wear, yes? Perhaps it belongs to Cynthia.
There's another one down here.
That mark has 4 points, like the note says.
Rotten moon sugar, a dingy coloured powder with a rotten, sickly smell.
This barrel smells sweet, but also rotten. What could it be? Dark moons. They're smuggling spoiled moon sugar. Very unsafe for anyone to eat. Speak to Issue and see what he knows of these smugglers. Then let us meet back at the tavern. We have much to discuss.
You got it. Issue is... Oh yeah, over here. Alright, Issue, let's chat.
Yes, any news of this one, Cynthia?
We found this necklace and scarf near the smuggler camps.
Smuggler camps? Dark moons? Yes, the necklace and scarf belong to Cynthia. Have the smugglers sold her? By Joan and Joe, please say it isn't so.
Is there any reason why these smugglers may have targeted your family?
No, of course not. Issue has only lived a good, honest life. Please, you must find this one's Khajiiti. She is so young and innocent and probably terrified without her papa. Whatever will Issue do if his Cynthia is harmed?
Mizzik and I will find Cynthia. We're getting close.
May bright moons watch over you.
You have an awful lot of cats.
Oh, really? Well, Issue supposes his family has grown over the years. But how could this one not seek their companionship? Their little faces, their tiny paws. His darlings love him completely, demanding little but affection and food. And belly rubs.
Does Cynthia like all these cats too?
But of course, mostly. She and Medwick don't always get along, but Medwick is older and doesn't always like to play or be teased. And just between us, Tak can be a bit of a Khajiiti sometimes. I think she's jealous.
Alright, let's go. All the cat noises drive me insane. get back to Mizzik.
Another distraction.
That's too right. Too right, lady. Supposed to meet Ibn Athan. I got caught up in this investigation. Where are you, buddy? You up top?
I warned you, Thunderboots. And so the other thorn in my paw arrives.
Rediza?
I told you, did I not? First time was a warning. Now it is a threat. You both leave town. No more investigations. No more sticking your snouts where they don't belong. Collect your things and leave.
Not before we find Issu's daughter.
That again? I told you Issu's daughter left Riverhold years ago. He's just a delusional old Khajiit caught up in a fantasy. And for this you tried to ruin my little operation? Of all the things.
So you're the leader of the smugglers?
Who I am does not matter. What I can do to you, on the other hand, should be of immediate concern. You either leave Riverhold on your own, or you leave in pieces. Your choice.
Understood. Thunderboots?
So it appears that your strange friend is Rediza the Rogue. Good to know.
Rediza the Rogue?
Let us just say that her reputation precedes her. Well, threats to our life aside, it seems that we finally have a perpetrator. Now we just need to follow her.
And how do you plan on doing that?
We are investigators, are we not? You must search for a trail. With any luck, she'll lead you straight to Issu's daughter. Meanwhile, Mizzik will alert the proper authorities.
Alright, I'll see if I can find out where she disappeared to. Yes.
Those were fresh sugar claws. I didn't even see who ran into me.
Chat? No? Alright, we'll follow.
There! Rediza must have stepped on the jelly from the sugar claws. You must follow her trail while this one alerts the guards.
Alright. Following the trail. And then it just... Oh, here we go. And then around the back. Aha! Down into the sneaky cellar. Search the smuggler's lair. Wonder if I can sneak past this person. This champion seems to be sleeping. But just take it nice and easy. Nice and easy. There we go. Maybe not with this dude though. Unless he decides to turn around. Yes, he does. Okay, good. Keep moving. Oh no. Oh no. Alright. Fine. Got a watcher over here that's not watching anything. Oh, we got a mender over there that is watching something. And that person clearly doesn't care about stealth. Investigations! Let's do it.
I warned you. Now the claws come out. Kill this musk.
Grab that gold. Mad Minuran. Minuran. Where are we going, up top?
Curse your meddling!
Ladies of the road, caught at last.
Did you find my daughter? Where is she?
Here! Your daughter is right here, you old fool!
Rideza! You're the one who stole Cynthia? Oh, this one's poor Khajiiti.
Ha! Feeling a little jealous? To go so far as to steal your father's pet.
Well, it seems that our investigation has come to a successful close. Though not quite in a way that Mizzik was expecting.
So Rideza was Ishu's daughter, and she stole his cat?
In hindsight, it makes sense. When you were told that Ishu's daughter left town years ago, Rideza must have been speaking of herself. Still, to have been chasing Ishu's pet this whole time.
Well, we also stopped the smuggling operation.
This is true. Because of our dedication, Riverhold no longer has to deal with these vile smugglers. And let us hope it stays that way, yes? Mizzik just needs to collect our reward. Why don't we meet at the Banished Regrets?
Alright, I'll meet you at the inn.
Drinks are on Mizzik. Just as soon as he is paid, of course.
You think that Rideza the Rogue is finished? It's only a matter of time before I'm back on the streets. And when that happens, you best watch your back.
Why did you abduct Cynthia?
When I came back to Riverhold, I went to see my fool of a father. It's been years since Mother and I left, and I was feeling sentimental, I suppose. Stupidly sentimental. He didn't even recognize me.
So you were jealous of Cynthia?
Of the cat? No, I just wanted to make him suffer. He's always been obsessed with his damn pets. That's why Mother left him, you know. He's so caught up in his little family that he didn't have time for us. For me.
That sounds pretty jealous.
Maybe you're right. Just another delinquent with papa problems. Isn't that just the way?
Oh. That's not cool, man. Issue.
Ishu is so pleased that you were able to find Cynthia. Finally, this one's family can be reunited.
Why didn't you tell me that Cynthia was a cat?
What do you mean? Ishu gave you every detail about his precious Cynthia that he could think of. Was there something that made you think his daughter was a Khajiiti? Well, no matter. Cynthia is safe and Mizzik will have his payment.
And what about your daughter, Rideza?
Rideza has become just as greedy and cruel as her mother. How can Ishu accept such a daughter? Especially one who has already caused him to suffer. Rideza will face the justice of Riverhold's guards, as she deserves.
You have no desire to be reunited with Rideza?
If she wants to make peace, Ishu will make peace. After all, a quiet life for him and his family is all this one asked for. If Rideza wishes to be a part of that, she may be, but it is up to her.
Do I need to...
You think that Rideza the Rogue is finished?
No, she's not done. Okay. Let's go. Let's go, Mizzy. Let's get out of here. We've done everything we can. Okay. Where are we? Oh, right. Okay. So in between Somerset, or Merkmire, and this expansion, I've been training this horse, and a couple of things changed. I don't know when it happened exactly, but I've got a bit of horse armor here. I don't know when that happened. Must have been maybe a 20% or something like that. Didn't know that the animal would change. But there you go. You up top? He's up top.
A family reunited. a smuggling ring destroyed, and the gratitude of all of Riverhold. Not a bad start to a partnership, yes? Mizzik was even able to secure a hefty bonus, thanks to the generosity of Captain Khajiiti.
A bonus you're willing to share?
Of course, of course. Your share as promised. After all, Mizzik would never have been able to solve this investigation without your aid. Pleasure working with you, Walker. Do not be a stranger, yes? A safe town, a happy client, and an investigation expertly solved. And a five-claw partnership, if Mizzik does say so himself. What more could this one ask for?
What's next for you, Thunderboots?
After such a successful investigation, Mizzik is hopeful that more clients will come forth. We live in turbulent times, Walker. Dragons, tyrants, necromancy. There is no end to Elsweyr's suffering as of late, and yet so much is overlooked.
What do you mean?
Those in power have priorities, and the petty problems of the common folk, they tend to be on the very bottom of this list. That is why we must look after each other. If Mizzik does not offer his help, who will?
Still, that's your job, isn't it?
Of course. But first and foremost, it is Mizzik's passion. That is why this one takes the name Thunderboots. If he cannot work in the name of justice, then he will not work at all. This, he swears.
Do you live in Riverhold?
Mizzik's investigations take him many places, so it is hard to call one town home. But he's enjoyed his time in the Riverhold. He has a comfortable tavern room and a steady supply of clients. Well, a steadier supply of clients.
What other cases have you worked on in Riverhold?
Honestly? Just the one. A bard's flute was stolen while he was drinking in the tavern. He was very certain another musician had stolen it out of jealousy.
Did you solve the case?
Quickly. It turned out to be the innkeeper who stole the flute. This bard could not play in tune to save his life, and it was driving away business. So, Mizzik suggested that the bard seek another tavern. A happy solution for everyone involved.
Alright, Mizzik, well that was interesting. Let's go and find Adnathan. No more distractions. No more cats. Well, I don't think that's avoidable. But no more detective cats. No more investigations. Let's ride over to the Way Shrine just south of us. We'll go and take the Way Shrine all the way back to Rimmen. That'll be easy enough. To Rimmen we go.